If you are stuck or in a plateau with Etsy, I'm going to give you the 4 biggest ways to get unstuck and push past those $10,000 months. My name is Dylan Jarris, and I'm an e-commerce expert of over 13 years. I've been on Etsy 8 years, and now I teach several thousand Etsy sellers how to scale their businesses. This video is really for anyone who is stuck under 10K months. Maybe they have plateaued with their sales, or maybe you are a larger shop. Maybe you're doing over $20,000 a month, and now you're seeing significant decreases. These are the 4 biggest things that I have seen over thousands of shops that have been stuck. And as we go through these 4 things, please leave a comment below and let me know which one you feel like you are struggling with the most. And feel free to link your shop, and my team and I would be happy to take a look. The first biggest thing that I see is relying on what worked 2 years ago. I speak with quite a few Etsy sellers, and some have been on Etsy over 10 years, and many were seeing increases up until about 2020 to 2022. And really in the last couple of years, they're seeing a significant plateau relying on what worked 2 years ago. That is a big problem. And I look at what was driving the most revenue, what was driving 80% of their revenue 2 years ago, 4 years ago. If that is still their best seller today, I would expect a pretty significant decrease in their sales. A mentor of mine, Layla Hormozi, actually talks about this quite a bit in staying obsessed with the product. And she references big companies like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, right? They're always coming out with new versions, new varieties, always iterating on the product. Sometimes it's a totally new product line, and that's great. You've got to keep doing things like that in order to keep growing. This goes for not just your product mix, but the methods that you used for SEO, the methods that you used for driving traffic a couple years ago. If you're focused on just maintaining the same strategies, you're going to be losing. I went and I looked at some of the top Etsy shops that are really stuck. Big players that are no longer big players. Here's a great example of this, of a shop, 185,000 sales. Now, when you scroll through it, you will see things that are very 2020. They have a couple of core products that have some add to carts, but their product mix is no longer relevant. And if you look at what was selling, they have 20,000 reviews, but page 5, these things sold in 2022. That is a huge red flag to me. And when you look at the 7-day sales, no additional sales in the last 7 days. And they have no favorites in the last 7 days. The next one that I want to show you is 77 listings, 173,000 sales, but they have not been evolving. And I can tell because of the product mix and how everything is photographed, how dated the photography looks, how dated the SEO methods are. Here's one other shop that was doing really, really well. They have 171,000 sales, but their sales velocity, the velocity of orders coming in, has just completely tanked. The SEO methods that they're using is one of the biggest reasons for this. The second reason that a shop can get stuck under that $10,000 a month mark is that they are missing loss leaders. It's something that is lower price point, lower margin. You're not going to lose money on this, but the whole idea is to drive up your order number under your shop name, and that will elevate the ranking of your other listings. So let's say you're getting 25 sales a day in your shop. Maybe 20 of those sales are on your loss leader listings. A loss leader is a listing itself that's going to get tons of great reviews, tons of orders every single day on that listing. Some shops, they might have loss leaders that worked for them a few years ago, but maybe they're not focusing enough on new loss leaders. The fastest growing shops on Etsy in both revenue and order number and market share, they have a high sales velocity. And this is the number of orders per day. You can see this fabric shop in Japan, 174,000 sales, 1152 listings. But when we look at what they're selling, they really have a one-dimensional product mix. They don't have any loss leader in the shop, like sewing embellishments, like buttons, trims, right? Now this shop, they really desperately need loss leaders. And within the, self-care, beauty, body care space, there's so many opportunities for loss leaders. And the supply category specifically is what I would look into for a loss leader listing or set of listings for this specific shop. The third thing that I see shops missing is a sales plan. I cannot tell you how many times we talk to shops that are doing $20,000 to $100,000 per month. We ask, where's your sales plan? And they don't have a sales plan. That is like driving a car without directions. That is something that big shops, like if you're not doing that, wow, like building a sales plan Forecasting every month, that is what we come alongside, we help you with, we give you the sales plan, because if you don't have that, how do you know where you are going in a predictable way? How do you accurately order inventory if you are a physical product business? So you've got to be focused on the numbers in order to grow them. And the fourth thing that I see as one of the biggest reasons you might be stuck under $10,000 a month is not focusing enough on LTV, lifetime value of the customer. If you are an Etsy shop and you want to see growth with a snowball effect, this is so key. Getting new eyeballs and serving new eyeballs constantly is so much harder than bringing your current eyeballs back in. I would literally sit down, look at your best customers and ask these questions. How can I serve them in more ways? What else are they coming to Etsy for that I don't sell? Who are they shopping for in their life? What hobbies and activities do they have? What other value could you add to your shopping experience for them? Maybe upsells on speed of turnaround time or rush order fees, right? What other items would be complementary to your current product mix? You've got to stay hyper-focused on driving up the LTV if you really want to scale this quickly. Here's a great example of a shop, Turbans for Tots, 174,000 sales, 33 listings, and it is all baby girl hair accessories. This is a huge missed opportunity to drive up the LTV. They're serving this customer for what, a year maybe? And they're only serving baby girls? It's only hair accessories. What else outside of hair accessories does someone with a baby or a toddler buy? If this is your shop, what you want to be asking is, how can I serve this customer for 4 to 7 years? Not how can I serve baby girls for 4 to 7 years? How can I serve a mom for 4 to 7 years? How could I serve a grandma for 4 to 7 years? How can I serve that friend who has friends having kids for 4 to 7 years? Those are the questions you want to think about. Product mix has to evolve. This shop has a great asset. It's that sales number, it's the reviews, but they're missing so much opportunity to drive up the lifetime value of their customer. Now I want to show you an example of a good way to focus on LTV. And this is back with the body care, skincare brand. I do think they're doing something well in serving their customer in many different ways. This type of product, definitely a repeat purchase item, and they're serving that customer in so many different ways. So they have serums, they have oils, they have body butters, they have muscle balm, they have lip products, they have scrubs, they have soaps. I do still think they're missing some huge opportunity in the product mix, but they're serving this customer for years. I hope hearing these 4 things has helped you maybe pinpoint some areas that are stalling your growth or keeping you under that 10K per month mark. Definitely leave that comment and let me know which of these 4 things you struggle with the most. And we'd love to connect with you and take a look at your shop. If you have any questions, please let us know. Leave a comment below. And I hope you enjoyed the video and got a lot of value out of it. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Until now, I didn't really have many sales in my Etsy shop. Almost 2 months ago, I bought the course. I can see a steady growth, increase in my views, especially in my conversion rate, which was very low before.